Okay, it looks like we have started streaming, so it's just gonna be a short stream. I have my coffee for breakfast. I need to get some more work done on this map, and I'm trying to do it all on stream. So I need to get some more work done. I haven't been getting much as I should be on this. These maps take a whole lot longer than people I really think they do. Athena will be joining us here in a bit. This is only gonna be like maybe a half-hour stream or so. So I talked to her, and if you're watching these in order by any chance, you'll know that I need to ask her about all these forests, if she wants little groups of forests, or this about trees, or how she wants to do it, because it eventually is going to go into this forest here, and you know, let me into like this forest here. So then that'll be a whole forest, but this in here is supposed to be plains with like scattered forest or whatever, and like spread out trees. So I thought maybe just trees, but she's like, oh, I want little groups of forest in here too, so we're gonna go back and do that. I think that's what I'm gonna just probably get done today, get that out of the way. Turn this off.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream. I was just explaining that you want little groups of trees, not just single trees, so I'm gonna go in and start doing that.
Trees! Happy little trees.
Yep, happy little trees. What was I doing that at? 4, I think? Maybe it's
My Twitter has been absolutely blowing up.
Hey,
Jesus.
no talking about that political stuff on here.
I wasn't gonna talk about. I'm just saying my bloomin' Twitter has just gone explosive. 76 retweets, 255
Oh,
likes. Like,
yeah.
jinkies, dude.
So, we're going
Fucking. Sorry, frickin' zoinks. Scoob.
Yeah. Well, there's my alarm telling me that I need to wake up for work, so that tells you how late I'm doing the stream.
Oopsie doopsie. You've only got like 12 minutes.
Well, no, I'm gonna take a little longer. I'm probably gonna go like 7:40. Like, my kid's stuff's all ready to go for school.
Oh, 22 minutes. I like your style.
Yeah. I'll go a little bit longer if I can. So I'm gonna actually probably shade a little bit more of this in here, since this is going to be a kind of a forest area. I don't know how I should do that.
Why didn't you link the stream anywhere? Oh, except for to me, obviously. But, you know, like anywhere else.
The only place I really have to link it to would be what, my Twitter.
My channel?
Well, go ahead, link it over there.
I just did. Jeez.
Let's see.
Is there anything more I need to talk about for the thing?
Talk about the what's with the I think Zoe to talk about it. Maybe the one we're on right now with the little groups of forests.
Sorry, just give me a sec. I need to click on it again. Because I just lost it. Oh, I can just copy paste into my browser like an idiot.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that hard.
So the little zone with trees.
You know, the one I'm working on.
I was wondering why I didn't get a notification. It's because it's a new channel. Ha! Silly mag. Have I got mine anywhere? My copy of it? I don't think I have. What's this? Is this it? No, it's not. Of course it's not. Why would it be?
There, I put out a little thing for it. 3 watching now. Huh? Okay, let's get back to drawing because I don't have much time for this.
Have you got it pinned or saved?
What?
My original, like, little mappy map.
Your little thing? No, why would I have that saved?
I'm sorry for even suggesting that you have my map saved.
Of course I have the map. I have to have it for the project here.
It's just so I can look at it.
You think you would know your whole little parts of the world, you know?
Look, I can know a lot about it, but I like need to see things like visually. So do you mean the... So this is happening right over here. See, there's two places where I'm thinking you could be right now.
The highlighted yellowy green area. There's only one that's like plains with trees.
Oh, the mix of grasslands and small forest, right. I thought that was a desert because it was yellow. And I was like, why is he like drawing it there? Okay, well, you know.
Hey,
yeah,
you're the one who chose to put it yellow, okay? It wasn't me.
So what do you want to know about it?
I don't know. What's going on there? Is there like towns or, is there something we should know? Oh, gosh.
Well, yes, there is a village and another village. There are two villages.
Well, tell us about them.
Well, there's Twin Flow Village, which sits between the two flows of the river coming down from the mountains. And you've got Riverside Village, which is right next to the river, as you might have guessed. This area by Riverside Village is very well known for housing a lot of trout. They like to swim down this little river a lot, and so it's a pretty big market in that village is just trout. Not even just fish, just trout in general. I mean, not just fish in general, just trout. Sorry, English is hard. And then Twin Foe Village gets the purest water, obviously, and they make a lot of money selling that because they own all the rights to that area right up there. No one else other than Hollow Point, the cave village, no one else is allowed to use that water. So until it gets like further downstream where it's already like slightly polluted with all the gross river rocks and stuff. So yeah, so that's their thing. They're pretty plain. They...
So there's River Village, for anybody wondering, and there's the Twin Flow
Riverside Village and Twin Flow Village.
I'll just bring the little map up so people can see
Get it right.
I don't want to. Ha.
Zoink, Scoob.
You sound tired. I'm the one who just woke up. Jeez. I should be
tiring day. Yeah. And obviously the river goes into the oasis, and the oasis is in the desert.
That doesn't belong where it is, but you said that was part of the world.
Yeah.
You said it's part of the world, there's reasons for it, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing with fans.
Now, see, if anyone ever figures out those reasons, because if I ever fucking get to that point of describing it, we will see.
Yeah.
All you need to know is there are reasons. I suppose there's no harm in that area. It is cursed. Ooh, spooky. That's it's a cursed land.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's why it is the way it is. It was made to be barren. The whole thing, the ruins that are in there, that was the ruins of the sorry, I'm trying to think of wording. It is the ruins of the former kingdom, run by the former king of the Elven kingdom. Originally, their castle and everything was in that desert area before it became a desert. And he fucked over this really high-ranking sorceress and her little friends, and she said, well, screw you guys, I'm cursing your land.
I'm going home.
Screw you guys, I'm going home. And so she cursed all the land that gave him his riches. It was a plentiful farming area. It had tons and tons and tons of resources underground. Like, it was so plentiful, bountiful and beautiful. It was basically the Garden of Eden kind of thing, but
Yeah.
like less natural, I guess. And
Sounds like a murder hobo hotspot.
sounds like a what?
Mag in chat just said sounds like a murder hobo hotspot.
And then that's funny. And then she was like, "Wow, you guys screwed me over. I'm going to curse your land. It's going to be barren. There is going to be nothing under this soil. You can dig as far down as you want to the earth's core. There will be nothing. The only thing here that is worth anything will be the oasis, and so on and so forth." And so eventually, obviously, the kingdom fell into ruins. They couldn't fund their castle anymore. Everything went to shit. And slowly but surely, they migrated over to the oak forest, to the king oak. And that is why there is a desert right there.
So it's curse. Got it.
Cursed land. Cursed land.
They happen.
Yeah.
Gosh. That there. Forgot I was doing that.
What else would you like to know?
I don't know, I was just chatting about the world, I guess, while I was drawing it up.
Let me put this in my chat and say any questions about this map.
Why is it drawn so bad?
Shut up! You're so mean.
I was more thinking about mine, but I just started gonna put your whatever.
I was talking about mine. You dick. I'm offended.
Well, I was talking about mine, not yours, so I don't know why.
I like yours.
Mine's crap.
Shut up. I like yours. Shut up.
Mine's total crap. You know it. Everyone knows it.
If you don't like it, then is it worth the money that I'm paying for it?
Of course not, but you're still paying for it. Jeez.
That's not how things work. Who builds villages on plains? Lots of people build villages on plains, Mag.
Yeah, just look in Africa. Most of them are out in the...
Or are you making fun of me because the way plains is spelled? Did I spell it wrong or something? And you're like, ha 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 ha, those are airplanes.
Oh, actually, I think you spelled it right.
What's wrong with building villages on plains? They're just plains. Let them do their thing.
Like, come on, most of the Native Americans lived on plains. Come on.
Yeah. And they were fine.
They were. As far as that goes, you know, they may have been like...
Oh yeah, as far as a small society. On plains, yes, plains are... Shut up, Nag. Shut up.
Oh,
I can't... I need you to shut your pie hole.
Be nice.
No, Mag's being mean. Have you got any real questions, Mag? Like, how did my phone make such a high quality photo? I'm very actually impressed with the quality that my phone took. I had to screenshot it, which is why there's a little camera icon in the bottom right corner. But it still came out way better than usual.
I wasn't really gonna ask.
Yeah, I always screenshot instead of actually taking a picture because my camera quality on my phone is garbage. Jesus.
I want to keep some random trees, but I'm gonna... Let's put this in here.
What are those big cracks in the ground? Ah, you noticed. Yeah, the big cracks in ground. So, the bridges that lead over the big cracks in the ground. So, call this bad writing if you want. I was 13, so leave me alone. But when I first made it, the whole point was that no one in the Elven Kingdom knew what the fuck those were about. However, they did have their theories, and I went into an extensive amount of detail with the theories. For example, they were once portals opening up to another realm, like thousands of years ago, and they let demons pour in and stuff like that. And another theory they had was that maybe before, again, like thousands of years ago, there were big earthquakes that tore up the ground, and that's why also the other islands are separate from the big continent, and that's why there are all the mountains there and so on. And that's how you got the river. Like, they have all these theories about how these things got here. Gods and so on and so forth. But I myself wanted to settle on the whole portal theory, but I never got around to it. I never actually got to the point where I described that part, where that actually, the truth was revealed about it. And so everyone who was reading it at the time, or like when they were coming out chapter by chapter, were asking me, dude, or like asking my mum, because my mum was sharing it around her work as well. People really liked it, like goddamn. They were asking, what is with the cracks in the ground? You keep describing the cracks in the ground, which means they have to mean something. What do they mean? And I never got around to it. So everyone was just left wondering, and my mum actually, last year, good God, I totally forgot about this until, like, just now. She came up to me last year and she said, Connie, that's her workmate, Connie was asking me about your book that you were writing. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I remember that. And she was like, yeah, she was wondering why it was deleted. And I was like, oh, it was just some stupid drama at school. And she's like, oh yeah, okay. She was really hoping that you would tell me what a couple of things that were gonna be, and I was like, nah, Mum, I'm not gonna tell you or Connie what these things mean. So you guys heard it here first. It was demons. Congrats.
Which cracks in the ground, by the way? Just that big crack, you mean?
You see the bit in orange that says big cracks in ground?
Yeah,
that big crack.
The big. You saying cracks as if there's multiple.
Because it says cracks on the map.
Let me move this over. Oh, it does say cracks. You only show like one crack. I thought it was one crack, so I was going to draw this one crack. So
that crack isn't that scribble. That scribble was me writing something. The cracks are what the bridges are going over, the things that are separating the biomes. That's why there are bridges there. I just scribbled out a word that I wrote there because I was stupid. I was trying to write Daybreak Village, but it
Okay, well, you
was I trying to write big crack? No, I was trying to write big cracks. Okay, you see how the bridges are going over the borderline of each biome? Yeah. That's where the cracks are.
Okay, well, you may have to like give me a little sketch of what you want the cracks to kind of look like, so I know.
Okay, see, I offered to do that the first day you started, and you were like, no, I totally understand.
Because it looked like you had one big crack there. I was like trying to. I asked you questions about that, and then you explained it. It made sense to me, but now it doesn't. So, anyway.
New via clipboard. Zoom in. I'm just gonna draw a quick little. Gosh. It goes. That's too light. It needs to be red. And then there's a
Smaller group there.
and then there's just a big hole. Let me just. So the hole would go like this.
I gotta get. Now this is oak forest. All of this. And then this is more like a pine tree forest.
The big red coloured in circle is like a big ravine style hole in the ground.
Okay. Okay, now I have a better idea what that is. So I'll have to. I'm gonna turn off this layer for this crack.
Any last minute questions, Meg, before we wrap up? Because I do know the very subtle mention on the map where. What? What is he talking about?
No, I'm not really sure. So if I'm gonna do this.
Bracebury City, Golden Leaf Village, Daybreak Village, Spruce Tree Town, because of course they're not very creative back then. King Oak, the Sands, Plains, Oceanside Town, Peaks Lodge, Twinflow Village, Sunset Cove, the Unknown Islands, the Darklands, Traveller's Retreat, Pitch Dark City, Grey Village. This is the place with the ice. I have trouble knowing what he means by that. The big cracks. The really subtle mention on listen. Oh, that's what he meant. The big thing circled in orange and pointing to the bridges. I see why you would have gotten confused. It's just I didn't know that you were talking about that.
Oh, it's okay. It's all worked out.
I was just trying to write big cracks, and then it was too small, and so I wrote it in orange.
It looked like you were pointing to that as if it's the big crack. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. No problem.
No, because then those bridges would be useless.
Well, I figured it was going to go out over, which I was going to do, but...
No. But yeah, this is, for them, travelling along, those cracks would take them, like, days. Because they're so small.
Okay, I don't like anything
And so what seems like a minor crack and hole in the ground is actually just, like, gigantic.
Okay, I don't really like what I did there. So what is this supposed to be?
Should we be wrapping this up?
I'm drawing the crack right now. Shh.
Cracks.
No, that doesn't work either. Shoot. Let's try this one here. Have it come up like this, and then it's... No, it's actually just one crack. I thought you drew it.
It's technically two cracks that combine with a hole.
It looks like I'm drawing it so the crack splits. It just kind of like keeps going for those two. So this is kind of like the base outline I want to do with it. Then I gotta keep going.
Draw it like you would draw a canyon.
Yeah, I'll show you in a second. Set some layers, that helps. And then this kind of keeps going this way. And this. We'll kind of keep going. Like that.
Is that the big hole in the ground?
Yeah, and then this is kind of just more of a sketch, so don't. Just so I have a basis for what I want to do with it.
It also goes up into the middle of the other biomes, just remember that. I did draw the little point on it on purpose.
Okay. Then I'll have to redraw part of it, but that's kind of what I was looking at doing right there. So these are kind of going down this. Okay, so it'd be kind of like that, but you want to go up into there, so I got to now. So how am I gonna do that? Get rid of. Oh, turn that off. Get rid of this kind of thing. Because then it's kind of. Actually, get rid of all of this. I'm just gonna have it kind of go 10.
But yeah, those big cracks are like, you remember in The Seeker how those big cracks to the underworld started opening up?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Something like that, and then I would put this back on. So this is kind of just a rough outline thing I want to do, and then I'll go back over it. So then this would go like this, like that. And then it would go into that crack. And then this here would all get like kind of shaded in black. So I don't want to fill it all in now. Let's get rid of this. So it looks something like that. I guess I should just
catch up.
I'll just take a snip art thingy. Although how I do it would probably be like that.
Oh yes, I like.
That's more of a rough sketch of what I want to do. I'm probably gonna make it a little bit bigger. I'm not sure. What time is it though? It's time for me to end the stream. Like I said, this is just a short stream, so.
You added some trees and some cracks.
Well, yeah, I figured that out. Yeah, didn't do much. These take so long to make these. That's why they cost so much.
Yep, I know.
It takes me a little longer, so I charge a little less. Actually, a lot less. So how do you like the trees, though? Do I need more groups of trees? How do you think that looks?
Well, send me a full screenshot of all the trees so that I can tell you.
I haven't done the forest part, so you can't really relate it to that, but okay.
Well, I know, but you didn't show me the entire thing, I don't think.
Well, there's the whole thing on the screen now, but there you go.
Yeah, see, that's what I meant by, like, little clumps of, like, forests.
I didn't have as much away. As I get away from the forest, I kind of like stopped doing it by the desert.
Mhm. I like it.
Then now that I've made that the basis of how I'm going to do trees, I'm going to have to do all of the forest like that. And then I'm going to have to, just for the fun of it, go through and shade all of the trees once I color it.
And whose fault is that?
Yours for wanting clumps of trees.
Oh.
It's okay. It just costs more. That's how it works. It's fine. Okay, stop that. It's annoying. Stop. Don't do that on a stream. That's highly annoying. Jeez.
It's called Diddums.
Anyways, it's been about a 30-minute stream. I'm gonna stop here. Wow, is this short? Thank you for watching. I'm going off to work now.